All right, I am back. And the clown suit is back there. So, I was at the liquor store, and I took Charlie in the liquor store with me. And, you know, when you're a kid, you see stuff that you just like. Um, well, out in Wendover one time, he found a bottle of, I don't even remember what it was, but it had this like fancy holographic label. And it was $60, $70. I couldn't get it. But this was $11. So Daddy, you guys can sponsor me if you want. But I I'd never had this before. I'd never seen this before. But he's all, Daddy, get that and drink it so I can have the bottle. Well, it was $11, so okay, we're drinking it. There we are. Couple of fancy recipes on there, and one of them was essentially this, but with like some fresh lime juice and grenadine, and I do have the mint leaves in there. Look. Oh, you can't even see that. Look at that. Some mint leaves. I just got the garnish. I might mush them up next time. So, but this is just like cherry limeade vodka. 70 proof. And you just put that in there with some Diet 7-Up and a cherry and a mint leaf. Man, that's really good on a summer day where you have to take off your clown suit and just wear your bozo t-shirt. Okay, let's get to business, shall we? This is House of Wax. Now, I know this is probably not something that I would review normally. At the time, I thought it was going to be a remake of the 1953 House of Wax. So I went ahead and wrote it up. And we'll see how close we came. This is 2005. Alicia Cuthbert, Chad Michael Murray, Brian Van Holt, Paris Hilton, Jared Padalecki, Pray, Slay, Display, House of Wax. I still can't throw it quite as far as I did in the trailer. House of Wax, 2005, Warner Brothers Pictures, and let me tell you why we're reviewing this way. We're doing this separately because it's not a remake. So, we're having a whole episode here. Director, Jaume Collet Serra? That's my best guess. Starring Alicia Cuthbert, the kid from Feast of All Saints. His name was on there. I don't know his name. He was a kid in that movie. And Paris Hilton. Not somebody I expected to be in motion pictures other than maybe just Wiggling her can or something. Okay, 6 kids set out. Oh, hang on, I got a problem here. Mission control. My toupee's itching my ear. Okay. 6 kids set out on a road trip to drop their friend Carly Cuthbert off at college. In the Escalade, we have Paris and her boyfriend, Marcel Saint Feast. And following in the red muscle car is Carly's boyfriend, some other guy, her surly brother, and some goober with a video camera. Yeah, we're getting set up for a found footage feature here. First order of business, let's get lost. We'll get lost and decide to camp out for the night, and conveniently, we'll just happen upon this like perfect clearing for a campsite. See, now the problem with that is that it's just kind of like a flavored Sprite. You're just going to guzzle it down like it's Diet Sprite and sorry, it's 7-Up. I don't want the people at 7-Up atting me. Although they are interchangeable. It's your typical camp out. Make out. Camp out, make out. That is until a big truck shows up with their high beams and their floodlights shining on the camp. Now this has actually happened to me when I've been camping out in the woods here in Utah. I'm back in Utah here. Camping out in the woods with my friends. My old friends from here. And this truck kept pulling up by our campground, stopping. It'd race around the campground, stop. That's why you never go camping without a weapon. The surly brother throws a beer bottle at the truck and breaks out the passenger side headlight, sending the driver off into the night. The gang crashes out, and in the morning they find that the belt has been cut on that red muscle car. And I don't remember what kind of car it was. I know my older cars pretty well. But I didn't, I don't know why I didn't write this down. Maybe it was a newer remake of an older muscle car. Anyway, after stumbling onto a very smelly roadkill dump, Carly and her boyfriend accept a ride from the hillbilly roadkill collector into town. Hold on. Into town. There, the streets are lined with cars, but oddly empty. They find the gas station, empty. They find the wax museum, empty. They find the church. There's everybody. But it's a funeral. The owner of the gas station steps out to let them know that he will be with them right after the services. Well, the brother arrives in town with Video Boy, who lost his camera, but we're still going to call him Video Boy. While Paris and Marcel, Mac, back at the camp. We got to get our money's worth out of Paris. She's expensive. Things go downhill quickly from there, both in town and at the camp. Nothing as it seems around here. I'm not sure I said that right, but you know what? I'm not going to repeat it. You know what I mean. Especially this gas station guy. I'm really not sure about this gas station guy. Even the wax museum is made of wax. Okay. Here we go. This was not a remake of the 1953 Vincent Price classic, but borrowed more heavily from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The tiny town was very reminiscent of the town in Devil's Reign. Yeah, with the church right at the top of the street. Main Street leads right up to a church. I mean, it's uncanny. The story was somewhat predictable, but the killings were creative. To be honest, I was skeptical about Paris Hilton. But she did play the part of a terrified girl in a really bad situation very well. Kudos, Paris Hilton. And this house of wax that won't get away from me. I don't know why I still can't. Let's try that again. I don't know why, but that always worked better on my old set. This was all right. And once again, it is a three-ring circus here tonight on the Late Night Picture Show. So, even though it wasn't a remake, I liked it just as much. Well, almost as much, but the same score. All right, should we see what we got coming up next? I can hear Charlie up there way past his bedtime. Got to try to get him to bed here. I should say again, he was in bed and then he woke up. Whoa, that one stuck in my glove there. I'm going to go with that right there. Monkey. Monkey. All right. So next week, a fruit fly. My fruity drink attracted a fruit fly. The cherry limeade. Better than the real fly that was buzzing around here a minute ago. Fortunately, I was able to take him out upstairs. Next week, we have an Ed Wood double feature. Now, not the Ed Wood double feature that you might expect, but Plan 9 from Outer Space and Ed Wood the Movie by Tim Burton. So a movie by Ed Wood and a movie about Ed Wood. So join us next week for some Ed Wood. You like Ed Wood, right? I can't imagine that you would watch this show and not like Ed Wood. All right. If you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumb down. Give me a hard time about not wearing my suit during the second show because it's so freaking hot in here. Subscribe to the channel. I need more subscribers. I've watched my own show from my other channel, other account. I've seen ads on my show. I want a cut of those ads. Subscribe. Maybe I'll get like $1.35 or something. Maybe I'll get $11 and I can buy more of this drink. See you next week, kids.